Recently in ESPN rankings, Tom Aspinall got higher than the current champion Jon Jones in their heavyweight rankings, causing a lot of talk among fight fans. However, Michael Bisping supports this decision and shared his thoughts on the matter. Here is what he said. When you look at it like that, when you break it down in plain English and you look at the facts, you can't argue with these rankings. Jones is phenomenal, no doubt about that. Took so gain out in spectacular style, but as Brett said, one win at heavyweight in his entire career. Tom's blasting through everyone, Tom's making it look easy, and Tom's gonna be active. Bisping supports ESPN's choice to rank Tom Aspinall higher than Jon Jones. This has sparked more talk about who truly deserves the top spot, keeping UFC fans excited for what comes next in the heavyweight matchups. Recently, Francis Ngannou's coach talked about which heavyweight champion, Jon Jones or Tom Aspinall, could be a tougher challenge for Francis. Nick Sick discussed the strengths and possible fights of both fighters, talking about what they're good at in the division. Here is what he said. I got all the receipts, boys. I've been telling everybody for a long time that Tom Aspinall was the guy, and I think people forgot about him due to that knee injury that he suffered in the London card against Curtis Blades. I felt like that was gonna be his coming out party. Unfortunately, it was an injury instead, and he was out for a period of time. But as a coach in the division, at the time having Francis, you start to look at the landscape of possible competition as it comes up through the rankings. And I think Tom Aspinall to me was 1A. I mean, you have to go with the guy who's considered the GOAT. I would have to say Jon Jones just because of pedigree, history, the man that Jon Jones is and the champion that he is. But I think upside definitely goes to Tom Aspinall. It's truly disappointing that Francis is no longer in the UFC, as it would have been incredible to witness him against either Jon Jones or Aspinall. These matchups are undoubtedly something every MMA fan would love to see. Khamzat Chimaev received significant backlash from the UFC community after calling out Alex Pereira. His decision to challenge the light heavyweight champion despite holding the 8th rank in the middleweight division without any ranked wins has ignited a wave of reactions among fans. Here's Chimaev's tweet and the ensuing responses. Dana White. Let me finish him. Bro wants a light heavyweight title shot for narrowly beating a welterweight at middleweight on 10 days' notice. Khamzat Chimaev always calling out UFC fighters that he knows the UFC can never justify putting him against. Honestly getting repetitive at this point. Needs to stop calling out Pereira and actually look up the rankings in his own division. For the love of Christ, please just stay in one division. Bro, you couldn't finish Usman with no training camp, don't talk. Soon as Chimaev goes for the takedown, Poatan gonna kick his ass back to Abu Dhabi. You haven't smashed anyone in forever, kid. So you got off with someone you don't want to fight, so now you calling out people outside of your division? Nice. Bobby Green has shared his opinion on the upcoming Tony Ferguson vs. Paddy Pimblett fight, scheduled for December 16th. Despite what everyone thinks, Bobby firmly believes that Tony will emerge victorious against Paddy. In an interview with the Schmo, Green strongly supported and praised Ferguson's toughness and determination as a fighter. Here is what he said. Nothing but respect for my dog. I would say keep going, kid. Everybody telling him to retire and stuff, he'll retire when he wants to retire. Don't let nobody tell you different. I fought Tony, so I know what I was dealing with in there the whole entire time. Even though I was kicking his ass, Tony was never giving up. He was never going to quit. He was never going to break, and he got that warrior spirit still. So, as long as you got that warrior spirit, go do your thing, bro. And I think he's going to beat Paddy. It will definitely be a huge day for Tony's fans if he breaks his 6-loss streak and defeats Paddy Pimblett. Whether this will happen or not, only time will tell. Thanks for watching. If you're a fan of MMA, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, so you never miss an update. Also leave a comment below with your thoughts on today's news. Keep supporting the sport, and we'll see you in the next one.